we came to Silverstone with a brand new format, and as such, it gave us a lot of flexibility in terms of which tires to run in which practice sessions. As you all know, we had 2 practice sessions in this new spring qualifying format, one on Friday before qualifying and one on Saturday after qualifying, and it would make sense that the first practice session is devoted mainly to low fuel, so to prepare for that qualifying session, while the FP2, so the Saturday session, is more devoted towards high fuel, so race preparation, tire wear, etc., etc. We used 3 sets of tires in FP1 to prepare us the best possible for qualifying. And in FP2, we only use used sets, which is quite unusual for us, but for the purpose of finding how the tires behave in the race, scrub tires are not a bad solution. So that's how we optimize our running time for FP1 and FP2. So as part of the new format, we had several occasions to learn about the tires before the race. We had FP2, which was devoted to long running and learning about the tires, and also the spring qualifying, a very short race, 70 laps, that we knew would be around the stint length of a 2-stop race, or even shorter than the stint length for a 1-stop race. So we did the spring qualifying on medium tires to allow the drivers to push throughout the whole race, and knowing that this medium tire would not suffer an ill fate in such a short stint. This gave us very good data for Sunday, because on Sunday we were planning to do stint lengths of around 20-22 laps. And we knew how much the driver had to push or tire save in order to make that happen. So all in all, in spring qualifying, we come to the race having a better picture of the tires than on a normal weekend. So Carlos, after having a bit of a tortuous start to the spring qualifying, he made his way back all the way to be able to start P10 on the main feature race. So Carlos, after the red flag start, found himself behind Ricciardo after overtaking Alonso. So we had two choices there. We had to either stop before Ricciardo and try and undercut him, or we had the choice to try and go longer than him. And so we called Carlos in to come in for the pit stop. And of course, McLaren brought in Ricciardo. So that only left us to go longer and build a tire delta to then try and overtake him later. So all in all, we saw that on this 8 laps that Carlos stayed out longer than Ricciardo, he managed to actually gap him. So what does that mean? It means that had it not been because of an issue on his pit stop, he would have for sure come out ahead of Ricciardo on that stop and gone and chased Norris. During the main race, we found both our drivers on the medium tire in free air, wanted to go as long as possible because that was our preferred tire. If we stopped Charles, he would have come out on top of Carlos, which in itself is not a big issue, but every time we exchange position, we lose at least 1 second. In order to avoid this, what we did was to bring Carlos in first, and unfortunately we suffered a slow pit stop, 9-second pit stop. And our pit stop guys are so good that we saw that even though we had an issue with the gun, he managed to clear his mind, change the wheel gun, and only 30 seconds later managed to deliver an overall good pit stop for Charles. So we came out of Paul Ricard with a very displeasing result. We suffered a lot with firmware in Paul Ricard, and since then the team has been trying to address this issue. We are far from having resolved the full issue, but you can see that coming to a racetrack like Silverstone, which is one of the places where the front tires get hammered the most because of all the high-speed corners, we have been able to bring back home a decent result. Pirelli in the meantime have also bring a new construction, so we are trying to put all these pieces together. Although we do not think we have fixed all of our tire issues, we do think that we're making progress towards understanding them and fixing them in the long run.